Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Parrott, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
No evil shall escape my sight.
but those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to another week of Sector 2814, the Green Lantern Podcast. I am Phil, joining me as always, Master of the Core, it is.
I'm Will. Hey, everyone.
And Master of the Rock Music, it is.
This is Matt. Bark on, buddy. Keep the spirit of music alive.
All right, so yes, today we'll be covering Green Lantern 38 and 39. And Russell was already in the room. Hide your wood, hide your yellow, because the Green Boys are here.
The funny green man. He's Adam Friends.
Where would you hide?
Yeah.
Where would you hide your wood, Russell? Oh my. All right. Well, there should be no interruption if you're listening to this on the podcast, but we did take last week off, so
That's my fault too. Sorry about it. Thanks for understanding, guys.
hey, like I said, we were usually a week or two ahead recording wise, but it almost feels like everyone was just like, oh, we're taking the week off. We did those lackluster Guy Gardners last time, and we have to take
Just wipe this out. Yeah.
Yeah.
gotta get that taste out of our mouth.
That taste is still in my mouth.
Oh yeah, Little Hellfire. I don't see no Funko feedback. Had an extra week.
We want the Funkos.
Oh,
We want the funk.
What?
Give us the funk. Oh.
Oh, forget about Funko feedback. What the Funko with Little Hellfire? Yes. Yes.
Scream it!
Matt, number 4. I finally got to read. So, have you caught up yet?
I bought it. I have not read it yet because did you say that I should read the rest of Mosaic first or something?
Oh yeah, that's right.
It would kind of help things. So yeah, I'm a little behind. I did finish watching Loki. I've still not watched Black Widow. In terms of other like comic book things, I know it doesn't really relate to the world of Green Lantern, but
I haven't seen Black Widow yet either. So it's
Well, Will was mad because he gets all his books at the end of the month, and I informed him that Green Lantern 5 came out today. So it is the beginning of the month. So yes, he's not happy.
Oh wow.
So without spoilers for Matt, does more stuff happen with a certain character about his past that
They don't mention his past. They basically just show him getting back to Oa.
Oh wait, what?
Wait, what? Are you talking about Jon Stewart?
Yes.
Yeah. No, they actually show him getting back to Oa, but I guess everyone's like, "Oh, it's been a year."
Huh.
And then some female Green Lanterns like, I don't think we're familiar with. It's like, where were you?
Nice.
300. Where were you? It's like, didn't his ring get like
Totally knocked out? Yeah. I'm concerned about where Future State fits in here because Hal's going to be showing up pretty soon, based on the end of Future State, and Joe, griping him out, asking, where he was. Sorry, that's not a spoiler. That happened like last year. So
yeah, a lot of Future States is they seem to be going in that direction. Green Lantern, some of the Batman stuff. The new Superman book with Jonathan Kent started last week, so it's like, yeah, a lot of them are there. It seems like they're headed towards that Future State stuff. Oh yeah, the issue ends with Kilowog sending out a distress call.
Sweet. We haven't seen Kilowog in a while.
I don't know if that's a friend, a lover. I don't know. He's cradling somebody.
Uh-huh. We haven't seen Amanita. That's who saved John, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, no. John basically just rallies these aliens and they like leave the planet in this spaceship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But no, that's like the second story. The first story is Teen Lantern attacking a bunch of Yellow Lanterns.
That's because someone said that only Sinestro could be behind it, right?
Well, I was going to say, Sinestro has an alibi or two. He's in bed. He's in bed with two aliens who I'm assuming are twins, or maybe they're cool like that. I don't know.
Okay.
So Sinestro has an alibi.
Interesting.
Yes. Oh, and then this Friday, the Suicide Squad comes out. Rated R. Rated R. Lots of blood, lots of gore. I heard a rumor you might see some full frontal male nudity, but it's rated R. Me and the others are kind of assuming it's King Shark, maybe. Maybe it'll be another Dr. Manhattan CGI. You know?
Could be.
But it's going to be on HBO Max. So, I mean, if no one wants to go to the theater, if anyone has HBO Max, you can just watch it there for no extra fee. I mean, if you already have an HBO Max subscription.
Cool. I'm going to have to do that. Unlike Disney, where at this point you still have to pay for it, right?
Yeah, no extra fees.
I was going to say, I think is it like another 2 months or something? I think they're at that point they're going to drop Black Widow on there for free. So,
I'm notoriously cheap, so.
Yeah, I think it's Wednesday. Next Wednesday, What If starts.
Yeah, that's right. That'll be cool.
Wow.
Yep.
The multiverse is back.
Oh yeah, they said it's going to be canon too. So I'm wondering if they're doing the animated and then they see which ones people like the best. They're like, okay, we'll make that live action.
Could be. Could be.
So yeah. And then did you see, I guess, what is it, November 24th, I think, Hawkeye premieres?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what
I haven't seen that.
Yes, I don't know. Here, let me check. That might be like Thanksgiving weekend. I wonder, they probably did that on purpose. Oh, yeah, it's it's the day before Thanksgiving, yeah. So they probably
Going for the long weekend.
Yep, people are going to be home, yep. What's this, Russell? What if Gnort welded the Infinity Gauntlet?
There would be lots of bones.
Just constant.
He gives me his bone.
And Guy would be safe, protected from everything.
Make me a ship dummy.
He would be the Lady Death to Gnort's Thanos.
There you go.
So what have you boys been up to? I know you're preparing for a con appearance, aren't you, Will, already?
That's right. Coming up Saturday and Sunday, I'll be masked up and a little ways down the road, only about 20 miles or so. So it's definitely very close to home. But on Saturday and Sunday, it'll be NWA Comic Con, which will be cool. Very cool.
NWA, give me wrestling.
Or Northwest Arkansas, whichever.
That's cool.
I'm a little, I don't know. I mean, cases are spiking here. You know, we had like 2,800, I think, today is what they reported. So kids, if there's someone at his table in a hazmat suit, that is him. That's probably me. Yeah. Actually, I'm vaccinated and I'll be wearing a mask, but still, it's going to be people.
Rubber gloves might not hurt either.
Yeah.
Is that the first time?
What's your itinerary? What's your itinerary at the fest, at the con?
I haven't seen it's 10 to 6 the first day, 11 to 5 on Sunday, and I think I know I'm doing a panel with Clay on, comics and Kickstarter. And then I'm doing another one on, like building your series from the ground up or something. I don't know which days those are, but should be a lot of fun.
Have you done a con before, or is this your first one?
Oh, I've done a few. I've been to Planet Comic Con, Heroes Con in Charlotte. One of the, I can't remember, I don't think it was Icon, but there was one up in Des Moines that I did. And then there's I can't remember, one up in Shawnee, Kansas. I forget the name of it, like the Mocan or something like that. Yeah, a few, not really giant ones like, New York, Chicago, or San Diego, but some smaller ones around here.
That's all right. Some of us have never done a con. I mean, I assume Matt Coda's like me. We just gone to a con and, maybe met someone on the other side of the table. Did you sign this, Mr. Allred?
Sure thing.
him and that basset hound.
Oh, yes. Otis will be there, I'm sure. Not. He would complicate everything. Very much so. Oh, I guess we haven't met since then, and that's embarking now, but the Kickstarter funded.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Crossover Division number 2 did real well on Kickstarter. It ended on July 30th. So at this point, getting ready to start getting it printed and fulfilling all the backers, which is kind of fun.
Yay. Awesome. So you're going to keep going as long as you keep getting funded. You're going to keep going.
That's the plan. I mean,
4 or 5. Yeah.
I've got a blueprint of 20 issues that would finish the series, but there's nothing to say that I have to start kicking over the dominoes that would be required. We could stay longer in kind of the second or third arc if we wanted to. So the 4th and 5th would, happen later. I mean, that's always an option if people love it, but it does have an ending, and I know the ending. I have not written the ending, but I have the last page in my head. So
nice. So if you would get to like 20, would you do like a big collection then?
I am. There'll be probably a trade after we finish 4. So for every arc, there will be a trade, and then I don't know. Part of me really likes those big omnibuses. You're absolutely right back there. So yeah, an omnibus would be really cool. But then some hardcovers too. Maybe 12 issues or 10 issues and 10 issues if it's if it turns out to be 20.
Yeah.
But sky's kind of the limit. Whatever we can imagine, we can make. It's kind of cool.
Very good. All right. Talking about creations, Matt Kona, how's fatherhood treating you?
It's treating me pretty good. I mean, I've been working a lot to try to put food on the table when she starts eating food. So far, so good. Yeah,
I was going to say, there will be a point, Matt Kona, where you feed her and all the food will stay in her mouth. Don't worry.
But that time is not now.
No.
Will's like, yeah, they hit like 13, 14. It's like a black hole. Nothing comes out. It all goes.
Exactly. I think for girls, it's probably, for boys, it was, they just ate all the time because they were growing so fast. But for girls, I think it starts a little bit sooner because they mature just a little bit faster. So good luck.
Yeah, I'll need it. Thank you.
And I'm kind of speechless because Stace and I we've talked like we have how do people raise girls? We have no clue. It's just like, everything revolves around, the boys, and, we've got the toys and the comics and all the stuff. I had playmates, so that was cool. But raising a girl, I'm like, I got nothing.
That was my big fear. That was my big fear. Like, what do I know? I was an only child. I know nothing about these girl things. I didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But no, it's funny because it's like, my wife, who's like the youngest of 4 girls, and then even my mother, who had a younger sister, both of them were like, oh, thank God it wasn't a girl. It's like, really?
Wow. Just a different set of challenges, I think. Matt will have to keep us filled in.
Yes.
I'll try.
I probably said it before, and I'll say it again. My father-in-law, like, I remember he had a wife and 4 daughters. I was like, oh my God, he could kill somebody. And I'd be like, that jury would not convict him. And an Italian wife and 4 Italian daughters. I was like, God bless them. Oh.
So any other Green Lantern news?
I don't think so. I don't think we've gotten any other news on that show. I can't wait for that show to come out. Oh, I did get Green Lantern Earth 1 Volume 2 a couple weeks ago. I read that. That was good.
Oh, did you got Volume 1 as well?
Yeah, I have
one. Are both of them pretty good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you read? I thought you read.
I haven't read those.
Oh no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Maybe yes, someday down the line, maybe for like a big anniversary or something, we'll do those or something.
Cool.
But no, it's good.
Now, did Jeff Johns do both of those? Or not?
I'm trying to remember. I was about to say yes, but when I picked up, I don't remember his name on that second one. Did he do the first one?
I thought he did, but I could certainly be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time in the last 5 minutes.
Illustrator Gabriel. I think that Gabriel Hardman did both. Oh no.
Yeah, written by Gabriel Hardman. Yep. So, and Corinna Bechko. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And Hardman does the art. Gabriel Hardman, not Hardman.
Yeah, they're on both volumes. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, no, those are good. Like I said, one day we'll have to cover those. All right. So should we get to the ones we're doing tonight?
You bet.
All right.
Let's do it.
I'll do I think the synopses are both quick on both of these, so then I'll read those, then we can get into them. But all right, 2-parter tonight. First one, Green Lantern 38, Volume 3, 38 from April 1993. Oh, I was reading ahead. I've done everything up to Emerald Twilight. So
we are closing in, aren't we?
Yep. About a year, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we're on 38. It starts at 48. So yes. All right, Green Lantern 38, April 93. Writer Gerard Jones, but just did. Penciler Mark Bright, inker Romeo Tangle, colorist Anthony Tullen, letterer Albert de Guzman, and editors Kevin Dooley and Eddie Berganza. Life decisions. Green Lantern and Olivia Reynolds are possessed, and Aaliyah is sent to Quard, where Green Lantern and Adam Strange follow her. Boom.
Mic drop, right?
All right. See if we can confuse Matt Cohn a little more. Yeah, this one's weird. It opens up like in the middle of the story.
Yeah, there's some stuff that I was kind of, yeah,
because there's
confused. I've never met some of these characters before,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, did you know Adam Strange before this?
No, I feel like I've heard the name, but never experienced him.
So yeah, like opens up with like Hal like grabbing his daughter and like trying to kidnap her almost, it looks like, until they hit him with a yellow beam.
Mm-hmm.
Damn yellow.
The color of fear.
Yeah. But yeah, so he drops Aaliyah, and then Hal wakes up. It's like, I don't know how I got here. And then he starts talking about Barry Allen, and Adam Strange is like, but Barry Allen is dead.
No, he's not. Okay. Well,
we'll
no.
get more into it next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's that issue 40 is Hal, that Dark Star, and Barry Allen. So they will drop that reveal next weck. But
watch the air quotes there.
Oh yeah,
spoil some things.
The return of Barry Allen. Brought to you by a friend of the show.
Hi, this is Mark Wade, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
But yeah, so we get the retelling flashback of when Hal was returning from the Bull. So is that, were they already hitting them with copyright infringement? Okay, he was coming. So, all right, Hal's coming back from the Bull.
The Bull.
Him and Tom, when Barry Allen runs up and asks him, "Hey, what's up? What's this I hear that what do you say? Wally tells me Ralph told him that Sue says she heard from Carol that Carol West." This is how you know it's an imposter. Barry Allen was no gossip.
I like that chain of the gossip there. That was pretty cool.
Okay, and we'll get into this next week, like I said. But in the Flash issue, when Barry Allen returns, Wally calls in Hal to ring scan him, and I guess he only uses it as a lie detector. But all right, we got the full reveal for Matt Cohn and everyone else. It's all Hal basically does is a lie detector thing, but this imposter has amnesia and at this point believes he's Barry Allen. So of course that lie detector is going to say, "Oh yeah, he believes what he's saying."
Yeah. But maybe it's not him.
A DNA scan or anything on him, Will?
You would have think he could have done that with the ring, but
Or hey, there's a crap ton of tachyons or something coming off this dude.
Yeah. Time travel.
Why won't he show his true face? What is he? Yellow? All right, so yeah, we get this whole scene of Hal talking to Barry. Then he goes to the diner. Oh, they both go to the diner.
Yeah, and then Hal meets lots of women that he's on a first name basis with.
I don't know what I would be giving up with marriage, and then it's like, oh, hi Courtney, hi Tracy, and then Aricia shows up.
Hi Olivia.
I know. And then Barry's like, "Oh, Iris is gone." Well, if you're the real Barry, she's still in the 30th century. Sure, God.
And we don't see. I don't think we see Olivia again after Emerald Twilight, or between some issues between here and there, until Grant Morrison brings her back in The Green Lantern. Yeah.
Fairly recently. So yeah, but Hal's basically standing in this yellow cage on Rand and just retelling, "Oh hey, guess what? I had lunch with Barry Allen the other day."
And Adam's like, "What?" I have always liked Adam Strange. He always thought his way out of problems. As he was fighting dinosaurs on Rand and stuff. It was pretty cool.
So they're like, "Yeah, where's the baby? Where's Aaliyah?" And then Hal basically fries his hand trying to get out of this because he's possessed. What's his name?
He almost sets himself on fire.
Talking about a U mind.
Yeah.
Again, this is old stuff. This is what, 60s.
Yeah, I think so. Well, no, it would have been probably early 70s. I think that's when Olivia showed up. Was after the Green Lantern Green Arrow story. Well, the O'Neill and Adams Green Lantern Green Arrow. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's saying he got blasted in 75, the issue before they hard traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to talk about him getting blasted in the next issue because
Oh yeah.
there's a lot going on there.
And so it's like, oh hey, I was possessed again, but I'm still in this cage. So here, let me flash it back again. Yeah, I got a job. Yeah, Olivia Reynolds, hired me to fly her out, and the woman who bought into my business and who asked me to marry her wasn't too happy with that.
Yeah.
Watch me the whole flight.
Yeah. A mysterious millionaire. I wonder who that could be.
We're back with these toys again.
And that's a question for the next issue as well.
Yes. But yeah, Olivia has to get out to this investor, I guess, Crosswind Corners, which we really don't get back to that until issue 47. We got to wrap that up real quick before Emerald Twilight starts. So just remember that, kids, in a few weeks here. But man, look, I mean, we're issue page 12, page 13, and he's still going on about, like, hey, guess what happened to me the other day?
Yeah. That's something I feel like that's a pacing problem because there's not, there's a little bit of action, but it's, it's quick and then boom, we're back into another flashback and then we're back into another flashback. And
yeah,
I don't know, it just seems to kill the forward momentum of the story.
And it seems like this comes up with this writer. I mean, like again, when he crosses over with Mark Waid or something, it seems much smoother.
Yeah, exactly. But that's Mark Waid too, so it's pretty awesome.
So Adam's asking him, like, who possessed you? The Langlands through Olivia. They must have needed to find another U-Mind. Because they once kidnapped Olivia, linking the U-Mind with a power called Organo.
Yeah, sounds like a bad chair design or something.
Every time I think that, I'm like, wait, what? Got some bad oregano? What?
Hey, and we have lots and lots of editor's notes.
Because again, Green Lantern 75 keeps coming up because that was like the last big storyline before Hard Traveling Heroes.
Yep.
So Adam Strange wants his daughter back, and Hal's like, "Well, I'll take you to Accord." So yeah, Hal opens up the portal, and then I love how they go through the portal and they're like attacked by that big purple monster thing.
An interdimensional guard dog.
I know. Sounds like the one at Will's house.
Yeah. That one was much more awake than mine typically is.
But I love when Hal flies past and says, "Well, we Green Lanterns have been invading Cord for years. I guess they figured if even Guy Gardner could get in." Guy Gardner Reborn #3.
Again, and we're going to get more references to that coming up soon.
That's right. So Hal does some fancy thing with his ring and Adam's gun, and they blow it up. So, and then we get the other big explanation because Adam's like, "What does Organo do?" Plenty. The Cordians live to develop weaponry, but with Olivia's captive mind, they powered a weapon the likes of which they had never imagined. They nailed me with it at low power, and it sucked the life force from me, put me face to face with death.
Sucking the life force.
It shook me. Only the help of a gutsy doctor named Eli Bentley enabled me to rescue Olivia and get out of there. Again, Green Lantern 75.
I'm feeling like that's important for some reason.
I know. I didn't even. But then Hal gets taken over again, and Adam blasts him with that yellow blaster. Then they wake up and they're camping out.
Did any of you wonder how long it had been? And I was like, "What's the charge on his ring? Does he have the
Really? I mean, if they caught there late day and it's already night, I mean,
yeah. I mean, but in a survival, are you hunting and for food when you're, I mean, it just seemed weird.
oh, he's really going to keep his eye on that charge in a few weeks here, kids.
Oh yeah.
So they're saying they're ready and they head for the capital city, but it's on fire. It looks like it's been under attack. So, oh Lord, how tackles the chief weaponer? What's going on? You did this. The Green Lantern Corps did this. We had the Guardians within our grasp. The conquest of O was at hand. When your treacherous comrade Guy Gardner turned aside and the Green Lantern routed the combined armies of Cord.
Green Lantern Reborn.
So it appears there's several editor's notes, but really it's only Green Lantern 75 and Guy Gardner Reborn.
Reborn. Yep, that's it. Those are the only two stories that matter now.
Now one faction is taking command, one backed by a power that even we weaponers have never controlled. It's her, the power, the leader of the new evil Cord. And that's right. Who's holding the baby? But Olivia.
Boom, boom.
Queen of Cord. You can tell she's evil now. Her clothes have shrunk. What did they?
All right, Matt, what'd you think?
Yeah, Matt.
Overall, for my first experience with Adam Strange, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was all right. It was a little bit like the bait and switch of the cover. You expected more of a battle back and forth. I mean, it was kind of a battle of wits trying to figure out what is going on, and then sort of you can tell he's a good guy. He's reasoning with them and just trying to find his daughter. And I thought the action was cool. I don't know. I'm reading like a digital one. It seems like the colors are kind of faded in a lot. I don't know if that was the case with the Queen with the paper version, but I don't know. I thought it was all right. I mean, I'm still I'm not well versed in the Green Lantern universe, so I wasn't. I was kind of playing catch up. I didn't really know the backstories of a lot of the major players involved, but I dug it. It was a quick enough read for me. So, yeah.
Poor Matt. He's gonna finally be like, I think I got a handle on Hal Jordan. Then Emerald Twilight's gonna hit.
Yeah, it's like whack.
Well, at least then with the Kal Rayner stuff. I mean, we start with day one Kal Rayner, so it'll
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then he kind of has to learn about the history of the Corps. So
yeah, and that comes in later. So that's cool. I mean, we saw Olivia back. Was it in 29 of the series?
Yeah. With the toys,
With the toys, yeah.
When he has to blast them. Why won't they say what I want them to say?
Yeah.
All right. Am I missing some kind of pop culture thing? Her shirt says Catherine did it.
I don't.
You know what I'm guessing it is? It's Basic Instinct.
Oh, maybe.
I'm pretty sure that it is because this would be like the time frame for it, and I'm almost 100% that is what it's all about.
I think so. I plugged Catherine into the Google, and most of the posts are talking about the first couple are Basic Instinct.
Yeah.
Can I ask a stupid question? That's not what she was wearing in the plane. Why would she change into that? She's on board.
Maybe she watched the movie on the plane and she
the in-flight
made
movie.
the outfit.
You know what?
The in-flight movie for
No, she kind of was. I think the shirt might have shrunk a little, but I think she was still wearing that shirt. Those shorts might have shrunk a little bit too, but I think those were the shorts.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if like she just took off the vest and put on that cape thing, but told you, Will, she's evil now.
She's evil. That's right.
Evil. And why am I going all blurry again? This happened the other night. But so Matt, you weren't like completely lost.
No, I was somewhat completely lost, but I kind of just went along with things a little bit. But it was all right.
But speaking of Adam Strange, Will, have you been reading that Strange Adventures still?
I've got number 11 in the stack here, and as soon as number 12 gets here, I'm going to read the whole thing.
I was going to say, yeah, 11 came out last week, so.
I heard there's a spoiler in it that I've avoided so far. So
okay, good. Did you hear Tom King's what he's doing after Strange Adventures?
Is he doing the Rorschach series now, or is that Tom Taylor? I get those two guys mixed up.
Yeah, I don't think it's Tom King, but no, the one has coming up soon. I do know they were saying Human Target.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember seeing something about that. Yeah, that's pretty old school.
It's basically what, like a stunt guy who like fights crime.
Yeah.
The fall guy, if you will. All right, so should we get to the next one?
You bet.
Maybe clear some of this up. All right. Green Lantern 39, Volume 3, 39, May 1993. Life Forces. Sorry again. Life Forces.
Sucking the life force.
Writer Gerard Jones, penciler Mark Bright, inker Romeo Tango. Yeah, same. Okay, yeah, I won't go through this whole thing. Yeah, same exact team as the first one. Life Forces. All right, Buck one for another long synopsis. Hal discovers that his indecision since his meeting with Green Arrow has been a result of his first encounter with Olivia Reynolds. Boom.
How's that for a retcon?
So there's a lot going on in Hal's head. I mean, we'll find out more in a few years, but I mean, it's quite the cesspool in his head right now.
I really feel like, and I'm probably putting words in the writer's mouth at this point, but I feel like that the writer thought that Hal kind of got the short end of the stick during the Green Lantern, Green Arrow. And to a certain extent, I kind of feel like he did as well, because he was the straight man to, Green Arrow's crazy anarchy billionaire dude, whatever, millionaire at that point, right? So he's trying to use this to say that the only reason Hal started doubting himself was because of issue 75 when he got hit by that, organo ray or whatever the heck it was. Oregano ray, yeah. Oregano. Anyway, and now he's apparently fought off all those effects, so he's back to being, who he was before all of the indecision and toy salesman and insurance salesman and all of that stuff. So,
I mean, Will, you could always say too that Parallax never would have gotten the best of Hal Jordan if that organo wasn't already in the mix too. Though.
There you go. That's true. But so he got hit by it twice. Parallax is in there, and then Emerald Twilight happens in just a few short months. So maybe we could reach back and say that kind of explains it. I mean, it's all retroactive continuity at this point, right? So
exactly. So I'm trying to remember, because Jeff Johns didn't use that in Rebirth at all. There was no organo. That was just Parallax.
Yeah, and they didn't use. I mean, I love the relationship that Hal has with his ring in The Green Lantern, by Morrison and Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
But his ring hasn't been his ring since he grabbed whose ring did he grab in his adventure?
Malvolio.
Malvolio, yeah. So I don't know.
I don't remember where that ring is currently because it's like, again, spoilers, Emerald Twilight, Hal crushes that ring. Ganthet reassembles it, gives it to Cal Rayner. So is Cal Rayner still holding on to Malvolio? I mean, it was crushed. I'm assuming if any booby traps were long gone, but
yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, again, things get hazy if nothing else after New 52 and
yeah, exactly. We'll get there eventually.
All right. Oh, this wasn't in the synopsis. It says writer Gerard Jones with the tip of the mask of the green mask to Joe Felice.
Yes, that's the same person that was in. Was it Guy Gardner or was that Mosaic?
I think it was Mosaic. Yeah,
You're right. Yeah, I think it was Mosaic.
So was he training his replacement, who did not end up being his replacement?
I don't know the answer to that.
All right. All right. I have a question for Matt Kona. Matt Kona, did you enter the contest to be Batman's boss?
No, I did not. Nor did I submit a tape of me dancing to audition for Captain America the Musical, the Broadway production. But it was only because he was looking for little girls, and I did not qualify. But
I know.
Okay.
Matt Kona could not pass. He was 7 years old. He had that beard when he was 7.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough.
All right. So this one opens up again. The Republican Party here is trying to attack Olivia. No woman will ever rule us.
That needs a.
Yeah, she's still calling herself the Queen of Cord.
That's some great alliteration, you know.
I know she's fancy broad. But yeah, she still has Aaliyah and Adam saying, "I want my daughter back." And of course, Hal's like, "Fight it, fight it! Some alien race is trying to tap your mind."
Tap, tap, tapping my way downtown.
And she's like, "Well, what right do you decide what their survival is my response? The Guardians gave me power. How do you know the Guardians are right?"
Not that.
Even Adam Strange is trying to shake him out of it. He's like, "I have to do something, but what?"
My will is gone.
Well, of course, Adam's just concentrating on his daughter. So, and then Olivia's like stage diving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Adam's still looking for his daughter, threatening Olivia. But then he finds her. Adam finds his daughter on one of these hovercrafts, but she's speaking. Oh Lord. And then Hal's still standing there. What's wrong with me? I know in the past I said you were wrong and fought you, but now it seems too arrogant to make that decision. Oh my Lord. Now we get another reference to Green Lantern 75.
Yep.
Oh boy. Well, again, that's probably like the last big thing she was involved in before she showed up again in 29, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know that. I think she was a semi-regular cast member for a while, you know, after in the 120s or 130s.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Well, but then there was Carrie
Limbo
as well. So I don't know. I'd have to go back and look through some of those issues. Many of which have never been reprinted before.
But Hal's, now these Cordians are saying Organo was taking them over, and Hal's like, "See, Olivia, you don't belong here." But she's like, "See, I would have died in your stupid plane crash if they hadn't grabbed me." Because he has plane was going down.
Except the plane didn't crash, right?
The recordings have only allowed me to tap my own latent powers. Can you say I shouldn't be all that I can be? My army recruiter said I should. I'm one of only 2 known oregano mines.
Yeah.
And Hal's still saying, "What happened to me?" And then they just like string them up. Then they string them up all Wolverine style.
Yeah.
Yeah, nailed to the X. Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Uncanny X-Men 251.
There you go. Covered by Mark Silvestri, I believe.
Yes. And they're like going to lower him to the crowd to like, I guess, rip him apart. And he's like, "Oh, I should save myself. Well, what can I do? My will is gone, but a Green Lantern is measured by his will." Only one person in this conversation measures their will. But I used to be able to focus my will so clearly. How did I do it? What were some other times of confusion? Other times I rallied my strength. My God, of course. But yeah, I see saying the first time he was
There's a lot of fighting his inner will and reminiscing about his other wills.
And again, Green Lantern 75.
Uh-huh.
First time he got blasted, he hammered by an awareness of his own mortality. I rallied back on pure emotion. But after that, I was never quite the same. Just a few days later, yes, when Green Lantern or Green Arrow in front of him, that was sort of hard traveling heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I'd have told him to let me do my job, but instead it shook me to the core of my being. For years after that, my will was shaky.
Toy salesman, insurance salesman,
Dating a teenager.
wandering bum.
Not smacking Guy Gardner in the face sooner.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, were all those years of confusion caused by one blast of oregano? Oh, Lord. And then we see Adam talking to his young daughter, basically giving the whole story about how, she's channeling this power too. And how the aliens pulled Olivia out. Again, more flashbacks and
yeah.
This was the 2-parter of editor's notes and flashbacks.
It was.
But yeah, so they said they took control of the girl through the U-Mind. We caused her to compel a nearby Gordian to shoot her captor. But he's like, "What will this do to my daughter? With a mind as young as hers? How can we know?"
Not what you want to hear.
I do. But Adam decides to go help Cal. But then his daughter's like, "I want Daddy." And as Olivia's lowering Hal to the crowd, he's thinking confusion. Or no confusion. I know I've rallied before. Oh, Lord. At the beginning of my career, had to overcome my father's failure as a pilot. See episode 1, kids. Emerald Dawn 1. I just flew. No ring, no thought, just instinct. And then talking about taking down, what's that? What was that alien's name?
Legion? Is it Legion?
Yeah. Oh, he's talking about taking down that. Remember that fire shooting aliens that took him down in issue 8.
Oh yeah. I forget
the old timer. Yeah. Until I took that leap of faith on instinct, I united the core in destroying entropy. Again, third law, issue 35. Woo.
Okay, are we about caught up?
And my inability to give Carol an answer for her marriage proposal. They come when
he's got a complicated love life, He's thinking about getting back with one girl, and then out of nowhere comes another blast from his past.
Then one gets a
busy. He's got a big plate.
One's kind of trying to be his boss again. One's is like possessed and trying to kill him again.
Yeah. It's the Silver Age all over again.
Women. It's a Showcase 22 all over again. Now you'll love me. Okay.
Watch out for the yellow lamp. Sorry.
If I stop fighting the power, just let the flow with it. Let my mind roll into Olivia's organo. Hey-oh. So I guess there's this mental battle going on, and then Aaliyah also gets into it.
And I'm a little concerned what they feed people on Quard, because one of them wanted his heart, one of them wanted his eye. I mean, it was.
I know. We'll get enough protein over there. So, So how everyone's gonna want. I've got a simple want of my own. I want to win as he breaks free. And he looks pretty jacked in that panel.
That's true. He does.
They gave him the old Jon Stewart treatment, man. So then Hal comes and is battling Olivia. And just like with the Star Sapphire thing, blasts her with that ring and pulls Olivia out.
Yeah.
Man, look at that hair. Man, look at her hair, man. She can give Starfire a run for her money.
There you go. You're right.
It's pretty impressive.
Leah sees her dead mother, who comes back eventually someday.
Yeah, he's not really dead, but that's another story for another day.
Oh, Lord. And so, yeah, at the end, they're basically talking about the organo. Was that one of the Liglins or whatever saying, yeah, I sent out a mental call for help from anyone. Then this image called Alana appeared. My people there's much about the U-Mind and the nature of life and soul of the cosmos. And Hal's like, my friend the Flash has just come back from apparent death. You. And Dr. Light talked that like he had been to death and come back. He did. Then there's Sinestro, apparently dead, but living in the central battery, and then in Jon Stewart's mind. And now who knows? The old timers, he in John's head too? So Hal's like, oh, maybe your wife will be back when. So Hal says he'll take Olivia home. And Hal's like, oh, I may never have kids.
Yeah.
But then he's like, I can't say yes to Carol now because him and Olivia have this weird like psychic connection. It's like, wouldn't you be working to sever that connection? I guess he's like, oh, only I can keep her from,
Yeah, that's my duty now.
He said that oregano again, yeah. So yeah, they come back to the plane and he kind of wipes her memory of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Way to creep on her, Professor X.
That's right.
And again, it's like, oh, I thought I felt another presence in it.
Yeah, Sinestro's little doll. Yeah, does that come back before Emerald Twilight, or is that just a lost plot thread?
At the end of 47, Olivia opens that case again, and she's like, oh, hey, what happened to my figures? It's like, the head is lopped off the Hal doll, and the Sinestro one's just like staring at him and stuff. And
and then we get Emerald Twilight.
Yeah.
And nothing ever comes of that.
I'm thinking they were planning a big Sinestro thing for 50, and then it's changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
so how do you guys feel about the retcon of the reason Hal's been so wishy-washy, and the reason he was so wishy-washy during Green Lantern Green Arrow was because of this ray? Not our ray, but a ray.
I don't know. mean, characters can grow, but I guess was that just the writer saying, "Yeah, people have been writing him as a wuss for way too long."
I kind of feel like it was. He wanted to fix that problem, and I mean, when you get right down to it, the Green Lantern, Green Arrow stories were groundbreaking. They're certainly not a modern comic by any stretch, right? There are certain things about it that definitely anchor it to its time frame. But at the time that was unheard of what they did. It was something that had never been done. So it's pretty cool. And they did the drug issue with Speedy. They did the non-Comics Code Authority approved issue of Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
the drug issue there.
Yeah.
I guess this kind of maybe crystallizes something that's been kind of a problem with this run, is that it was way too concerned with fixing things in the past and dealing with the past as opposed to charting, new stories for the future. I mean, I like editor's notes and I like, references to the past, but I feel like they've almost consumed the series,
Yeah, it's like in 1993, did we really need to keep going back to 20 or 30-year-old stories?
Wait, we're going back to 30-year-old stories.
Well, I mean, we're not
I know
either.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, editor's notes are neat, and continuity can be a help, but it should not be a crutch or just overwhelm a series. And I think it kind of started to overwhelm this one.
I mean, if they had done something new with the Organo or the Cordians, maybe, but it just seemed like every other page, it was like, oh, hey, remember when we did this 20 years ago? Hey, remember when...
Yeah, we did this like last year.
How many times did we get Green Lantern 75 mentioned?
Yeah, no kidding.
And again, it's like, what new happened? I mean, they fought Olivia for in between flashbacks.
Yeah. So what do you think, Matt?
Yeah, Matt, as the first time through, what did you think of the whole thing?
Well, I mean, it was sort of a wild ride. The baby involving the talking, I want my daddy, and kind of being a part of that, and apparitions, and yeah, the action was good, the battle scenes, and I don't know, I feel like it got wrapped up kind of abruptly, sort of at the end, but I don't know, it was decent, I guess, It was a bit of a whirlwind for me, but I feel like Adam Strange got a little bit more play in this issue than the previous one.
You make a
there's
really
lot
good
of
point.
elements going on.
That, wrapping things up super fast. I mean, look at the third law. Look at the Guy Gardner series, where everything happens in the last few pages. I mean, it seems to be which kind of comes back to pacing for me. I feel like, it happens, and then boom, it gets wrapped up, in a page.
Yeah, that is
the page.
That is a good point Matt made, because it's like, yeah, the first issue, like, he's possessed, he's trying to fight it off, and then most of this issue, he's like, oh, all this doubt and indecision. What do I do? And then the last couple of pages, he's like, just shrug it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except Parallax is in there.
Exactly. Again, retcon's going to retcon. But again, like I told you, Will, you can always retcon it in your head. Be like, yeah, man, Parallax never would have taken him over if it hadn't been for that Organo.
There we go. You should never eat Italian food, right? Oregano, was that what we were calling that?
Spicy story. All right. So anything else?
No, I mean, I'm excited for the next issue, Dark Flash. Curious what that entails.
And a dark
A lot
star.
of dark things. Dark secrets, dark stars.
All right,
Red
so
no
yeah.
Dark Hawk.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Matthew. Yes, we will not get Dark Hawk in any of these issues.
The yin to Dark Hawk's yang.
I don't know why I let that drop, but I just do. All right.
Because it's awesome.
All right. So next episode we'll be covering Green Lantern 40 with we'll finally get into that Flash stuff, and then also 40 and 42. I mean 41 and 42 featuring the Predator and some guy no one's ever heard of, Deathstroke, the Terminator.
So we've got a Predator and a Terminator.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And then in 2 weeks, Green Lantern 43, where something happens to Hal's battery. And Will's favorite Green Lantern Annual 2, part of Bloodlines.
Gotta love those Bloodlines.
But it does get mentioned in issues afterwards. So I was like, oh, we got to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So, yes, kids, send your thoughts. More and more Hal Jordan. So, and then after that, we get the Trinity. 2 episodes.
And then after that, we're finishing off Mosaic.
We finish off Mosaic. There's some like Guy Gardners in there, but yeah. Well, you know what else we got to do? Reign of the Supermen.
Oh yeah,
because I figured we'll do a Reign of the Supermen issue where we'll do 46 and 47, and then we'll do Superman 82 and 83. Okay. I know Matt Cohn has read at least Superman 82. Return of Superman.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So which one was he? I mean, was he the kid or the cyborg? I don't remember. No.
He's the long-haired hippie. Get it right.
Superman with a mullet.
1993. All right, kids. Email us your thoughts on all of those. capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, on Twitter. Find links to all the social medias for all of our shows. Please go join our Facebook fan group, The Book of Oa. Find links to this YouTube channel. I can watch us do this in high quality video. Find links to the Patreon. Find links to merch. Find links to everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And please support all things Southgate Media Group. Go to southgatemediagroup.com. Check out the Southgate Media Group YouTube channel, the Southgate Media Group Patreon. And, of course, you can always support the network by buying Pod Life, the book, now in digital and paperback. And when you get that or anything on Amazon, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that Organo-infused gentleman, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants. Mark my words.
All right, Matt Kona, where can people find you and talk comics with you?
Oh, you can talk comics with me anytime you want at Matt Kona on Instagram, or that's my name on Facebook. I'm around. And I might be a little bit behind, so don't give me any spoilers, but I'm working my way up. Suck it, Lilith.
See you later, Bunky.
Will Allred, Master of the Core, Master of the Quantum Zone, Master of the Crossover Division. Where can people find you besides a con this weekend?
You can find me at Walred at Gmail and Facebook and Twitter and those places. If you want to check out Crossover Division, which is right here, which just funded the second issue on Kickstarter, you can go to crossoverdivision.com. And if you're interested in some of my earlier work, Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. Vampires, cool. And then obviously you like cosmic stuff, so you have discerning taste. You would probably like to check out Quasar and the Quantum Zone at quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
Hey, and I will be at a con this weekend.
The party.
That's right, kids. I'm finding him. He loves the party.
Hey, boys, love the party. I love the party.
I am God.
That's always fun. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again. Next time, Green Lantern 40 through 42, Dark Stars, Dark Flashes, Predators.
Oh my.
Oh. Pure 90s difference. Then it gets even weirder in 2 weeks.
And then it gets nuts.
Fucking nuts. Oh man, I was reading Trinity. Oh. All right, kids, come back next time, and remember, don't go crazy over seasoning with that oregano.